Oh, kia ora koutou katoa, no mai, haere mai, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to continued coverage here of the grand final day at the Redlands Softball Association. Next cab off the rank, it's the A-grade men's grand final. Sharks taking on Scorpions here for all the cookies in the cookie jar. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper, and Gary Hihi joining us in commentary in this one, mate. Grand final time, buddy. How good?
Oh, it's always a special time of the year for a competition, isn't it? Especially a club competition when they get to grand final. Usually means a few months of hard work for the two teams that have risen to the top. Congratulations to them. Looking forward to a fantastic grand final on a beautiful day.
Scorpions will be our home side. Let's have a look at them defensively in the field for you. And Aidan Chamfrey's the Australian representative. He's at left field. Regan O'Neill will be the starting centre fielder. Thomas McCarroll's over at right field. Riley James, the Australian third baseman, he'll be getting started in the hot corner. Kyan Molinder, fresh back from the ISCs, is the starting shortstop. Josh DeSimone will be the starting second baseman. Isaac Kalulio-Smith will be at first base. James Purcell behind the dish, and the starting pitcher is Lincoln Walk. Offensively for the Sharks in the grand final, led off by the spirit of this team. That is Caleb Vandergren. He'll be pitching, hitting lead-off today. Stephen England rolling back the veteran cause. He'll be at right field hitting 2. Hayden Dobe will be hitting 3, the Australian representative. Julian Jamont in the 4 spot. Byron Humble's in the 5 spot today. Alex Dunkar, fresh back from the U23 World Cup. He'll be starting shortstop in 6. Jackson Gerbes and Roman Kumaroa, the New Zealand representatives, they'll be in the 7 and 8 spot. And Cooper Devonport, a late change here in the grand final, will get the start in the DP role, hitting in the 9 spot for the Sharks in the grand final. Great to have you along for it, ladies and gentlemen. Grand final time at Redlands. A-grade men, Sharks taking on Scorpions, top of the first innings. This pitch is lifted. That'll go foul out of play. So it's Caleb Vandergren will lead off here for the Sharks against Lincoln Walk, both long-time representative of the Redlands senior men's team, now battling off against each other in the grand final, Gazza.
Yeah, Caleb Vandergren just swinging that one high and inside there and pops it into foul territory for a strike. Good to see a couple of veterans of the Redlands Association going hard against each other.
Sure is indeed, and great to have you along. Thank you for your viewership here today at Redlands. Really is fantastic to have you along for it. A beautiful day here too, 22 degrees, slight crowd clubber, but mainly sunshine. Not bad for a winter softball day, Gazza.
We should have all of them on days like this. That's amazing. Perfect temperature for softball in most parts of the world. Going to get a lot hotter as the seasons roll out into summer. That's for sure.
I agree, mate. Fantastic to have you along here. So Vandergren leading off here for Sharks. And low lifter just missing the top of the zone, and down to first base he goes. So a lead-off walk for the Sharks team. Runner on first base.
Yeah, well earned there by Vandergren. Mind you, Walk just stayed right out of the strike zone there.
That'll bring up the veteran now, Stephen England, a.k.a. Goofy back in the day. I don't know if he still goes by that.
Certainly has been around, Stephen England, veteran of the PK club here in Wellington, I believe, at one stage in his career.
Grand final time.
Very competitive, was always a tough out. Had a great eye for the strike zone.
Ready to rock and roll here. Outside set. That one goes foul. So runner at first base. Trying to get him over. Get him over, get him in. Normally the MO here in the grand final. Settling time, top of the first innings. 2 balls and 1 strike to count now. That one clips the outside edge.
Nice
of the
pitch.
zone. Gaz, grand final, any grand final, mate. In this particular case, Lincoln Walk on the hill, there's battery mate behind the dish, James Purcell. What will the Scorpions be looking to establish here defensively in the top of the first innings of the grand final?
Well, you think they'd be looking for exactly what he's just done to Stephen England there. Early outs, just to get a bit of dominance out on the hill there. The walk with the first batter. Be looking for exactly what he's... The walk with the first batter won't be what he would have been looking for, but he's come back strongly for the first out. The strikeout of Stephen England.
That'll bring up Australian representative, the starting catcher for this team, Hayden Dope. Quick change, just finished coaching the under-16 Sharks side to the championship. Now here he is stepping into the batter's box. Third batter here for the Sharks in the grand final.
And, of course, for the Sharks, they'll be wanting to get the ball out in front early on. Maybe get some bodies in motion around. Certainly don't want to sit back on the pitcher. There you go.
Off and running on the pitch, and he's safe as the ball comes loose there. Looks like he was going to be stone cold Steve Austin on the play, Gaz.
Great throw, but the slide was just as good. Got way down in the dirt. There you see he got a great jump. Nice throw. Well picked up by his shortstop. But he actually lost the ball. I didn't notice that on the first one. So, great steal. Successful.
Kyan Molinder, the starting shortstop for Scorpions here on the grand final. Swing and a miss on the outside edge. Can't catch up for that one. So a walk and 2 strikeouts. The MO from Lincoln Walk so far on the hill here for Scorpions.
Back-to-back strikeouts is a great way to answer the walk. And this is what we talked about. Both teams will be looking to set some dominance.
2 down here. They'll bring the pitcher off the base pass.
But Lincoln Walk certainly has settled into his work very early.
They'll bring up the bat here for the Sharks with a runner in scoring position here in the grand final. First baseman, Julian Jamont.
Veteran of the Australian team.
This pitch is down and away. I always forget which Jamont it is, but I remember we come and played in New Zealand for Australia in a competition. And his glove, he was playing shortstop at the time. The glove he would use was the size of half a cow. It was huge.
Especially in a day where, the infielders are usually about 12 and a half inch glove.
Yeah, they get tiny, smaller and smaller.
Yeah, they do.
He went the other way. I'm going to bring a bus with me and half of the countryside.
Yeah.
Walk, an accomplished pitcher. Got all the pitches, both down and up. Funky little change up that he mixes in from time to time.
He's hitting some good spots. The ones that are missing, not missing by much. Going to be very disciplined at the plate. Reasonable velocity, not overpowering from what I can see.
No, but it's the accuracy is the key
for
Lincoln Walk, isn't it?
Yeah. If you're just going to be down on that out-and-out pace, then you have to be hitting your spots.
Well, great to have you along, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're watching from across Australia or New Zealand, or in fact around the world. Welcome into the Redlands Softball Association. Grand final, the men's. Sharks in the red batting, taking on Scorpions in the field. That's like a deep navy blue.
It's a great leave right there. Hitters count now.
Trying to get on the board early, Miss Ford, the Sharks. And just clips the outside edge. So that'll load up the count here on Jamont. Byron Humboldt waiting on deck for the Sharks if required.
Jamont's showing a lot of patience right here. Got himself to a full count now.
This one fouls off to the side. Let's flip that around. We talked about defensively for the Scorpions, what would they want to achieve. Let's flip that around for the Sharks now. Early in the grand final, offensively, what do they want to achieve, Gaz?
Well, you know, with 2 out, it's a little bit difficult, but they do have that runner out there at 2, and they do have a batter on a full count. So he knows where this ball's going to be. Going to take a great pitch to move Jamont out of there without him. Probably a grounder is probably what they're looking for, the defensive lead, but anything out on the grass is going to open the scoring.
This one pops up, so good quality at bat here from the first baseman, Julian Jamont.
Yeah, he's taken walk into a deep count now. Looks like they didn't bring enough match balls to the game. Amazing day at the ballpark today. Looks like a bit of a light breeze out there.
Yeah, beautiful. As you mentioned earlier, 22 degrees. There's Luke Vandergrint walking. He's the assistant coach. Coaching staff for the Sharks today, Josh Davison, the 99 test cap Aussie Steeler, Josh Davison.
Really?
One game away from a ton. He's the head coach, and then Luke Vandergrint, you can see that he's the assistant down at first base. So back into the action now, 3-2. Just misses the top of the zone. Trying to get that rise ball in there, top of the zone, isn't he, Gazza?
Sure is. And good pitches these days, if they can hit that pitch, hit the spot on that pitch, it's a great weapon to have.
That brings up the bat, third baseman Byron Humble now. Inside out. That'll go foul out of play. Now Lincoln Walk started with a walk, 2 strikeouts, and then a walk here, the first 4 batters in the grand final.
Yeah, it's not a bad return at the moment, but one swing of the bat, the Sharks are from getting something going on the scoreboard.
There's that low lifter perfectly through the top of the zone.
Just goes to show you can throw with a bit more heat if he needs to. That one was just a bit quicker.
There he is through the kitchen sink. Good morning, good afternoon. We'll take care of business. That'll also take care of the top of the first innings of the grand final here at Redlands. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll bring you all the action and the bottom of the lineups when we come back. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, into the grand final. Let's have a look at the defensive lineup for the Sharks here in the grand final. Brooklyn Nakawa, Jackson Gerbes and Stephen England left to right in the outfield for the Sharks. Byron Humble's in the hot corner third base. International shortstop Alex Duncalf gets the start there. Roman Akumador, first season out of Christchurch. He gets his start at second base in the grand final. Julian Jamont is over at first. Hayden Doe behind the dish. And Caleb Vandergrint, the starting pitcher for the Sharks in the grand final. Offensively, let's have a look at the Scorpions. And they are built with a lot of experience. Starting with the captain, catcher James Purcell at the top of the order. And then Riley James, of course, a long-time ISC representative these days. And, of course, an Aussie Steeler. Josh De Simone will be in the 3 spot. Regan O'Neill, ex-Great Britain representative, will be hitting clean-up today for the Scorpions. Khalilio Smith's in the 5 spot. Shamphrey's in the 6 spot. McCarroll, Kyan Molander and Lincoln Walk will bat for himself to round out the order here for the Scorpions in the grand final. Quickly going through the officials through. Alan Walsh should be behind the dish. Steve Dorrington down at first base. Darren Clark will officiate at third base here in the grand final. Bottom of the first innings, as Caleb Vandergren takes the ball here for the Sharks in the grand final. Ground ball, pulled to the left side. James Purcell spent a couple of seasons over here with PK on loan a couple of times, Gazza.
See him in good stead. That'll see him in good stead.
A couple of cycles ago, veteran player, played for the Aussie Steelers, did Purcell.
Seems both teams are sprinkled with Aussie Steelers.
Oh, yeah. The Redlands have got a strong representative grade. They head away to state champs. That'll coming up in October. Just the first or second week of October. Redlands will be hosting that one, the state champs. Redlands will be looking to try and win that one. It's always a tough one. And then, of course, the Nationals will come on after that. Ground ball to the left side.
Vandergren really working the zone on both sides of the plate early on, not wasting any pitches yet. An 0-2 count.
Holds on the rise ball. They'll check it down at first base, though. Does get a hold. Vandergren represented Australia at the Junior World Cup.
Nice
and foul tips that one into the glove of Dobe for the first out here. Good quality at bat from Purcell to lead him off, though, Gazza.
It sure was. Vandergren, however, just really attacking that zone.
Well, this young man now, third baseman Riley James, he has really risen throughout the ranks of not just softball here in Australia, but internationally.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him in ISCs. Really does, in the top drawer of the ISC is Riley James.
He's one of those
Not
players.
100% sure what team he's with over there.
Yeah, I think it was a Bear Creek
Bear
a year or
Creek?
so ago. I'm not too sure which one this year he was, but what I can say is the type of player, he's always been a quality player, as young Riley James, but a couple of years ago just elevated and have seen some great softball out of him since then. So off the end of the bats.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. There's a lot of Australians over in those ISCs these days. It really has become a treadmill for them and a way to elevate their senior international players and their young up-and-comers.
Congratulations to Hill United with a victory this year in the ISCs over the Bear Creek Gremlins.
Back to back?
Yeah, apparently. That one on the outside edge is back-to-back as well, as we see the strikeout of James. So good start by Vandergren on the hill. 2 strikeouts to get underway here.
Yeah, real aggressive defensively. Vandergren doing the job for his team.
I was waiting for this, Gaz. We got the lineup sent through to us, and a couple of players didn't have shirt numbers, and we wondered why. And you can see here up the bat is... Oh,
second base, Josh Del Simone.
Yeah, but he's got no shirt number.
No, that's why we haven't got shirt numbers.
I think the printer ran out of ink. As this one pops up, second baseman will camp underneath it, Kumaroa, and that'll take care of the bottom of the first innings. It's a 1-2-3. Bottom of the first innings. We're underway in the grand final here at Redlands. No score in it. Top of the second coming up next. You know, Oh, welcome back into the grand final, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you along for us. Strap yourselves in. It's the Sharks taking on the Scorpions. Sharks with their red uniforms there, batting. Scorpions with their deep navy uniforms in the field. No score in it. Top of the second innings, and it'll be Alex Duncalf to lead off here for the Sharks in the second innings. He'll be followed by Jackson Gerbes and Omana Kumaro. 1, 2 and 3 here for the boys from Victoria Point.
Two early strikes for Lincoln Walk.
Hard hit ball going. Camped at the fence, the left fielder Aidan Chamfries, and he will make the outs. So a loud first out here in the second innings.
Great out by Chamfries out there. That ball took an age to come down. It'll take even longer with slow motion because it was up there for a while. Nice positioning.
Sure was indeed. That'll bring up the bat here. North Harbour representative, young Jackson Gerbes, starting centre fielder for the Sharks here in the grand final. Playing his first winter season in Australia. 16 years of age.
Well, Jacko gathering all the experience he can by playing softball all year round. Good on him. Do nothing but good and wonders for his game over the next year or two. Help take him to the next level or whatever level he wants to get to.
Swing and a miss on the outside edge. In the hole here, Gerbes. It's a rise ball outside. All set to go here. Top of the second innings. Fouls that one off to stay alive in the at-bat. Of course, fresh off the Oceania victory for New Zealand Junior Black Sox's Gerbes.
What a great series that was too.
And then just goes down on the outside edge for a strike. So 2 quick outs here for the Sharks at the top of the second innings.
Lincoln Walk already shaken off the couple of walks he had in the first innings. Another strikeout that takes him to 4 for the game already here in the second inning.
And a swing and a miss from the other junior Black Sox representative, Roman Kumaro, out of the PCU Ball Club out of Christchurch. His first season playing away for the winter in Australia.
Yeah, again, it's going to be a great experience for these young kids to be able to play softball year-round.
Yeah, indeed. I believe he ages out for the World Cup next year, does Kumaro. But an integral part of their successful campaign back in April. Oh, right on the outside edge, and down he goes. And so it's a 1, 2, 3 innings here in the top of the second. Bottom of the second to come up next here in the grand final between the Sharks and the Scorpions. Jackson still. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, into the grand final here at Redlands Softball Association. Scorpions taking on the Sharks here in the grand final. No score in it so far as we go into the bottom of the second innings. And it'll be Regan O'Neill, Isaac Kalilio Smith and Aidan Chamfries. 1, 2 and 3 here for the Scorpions. This pitch just missing the outside edge.
Oh, Van der Grint helped himself to 2 strikeouts in the first innings. You're looking to continue that dominance. There's a nice hit out to shortstop. Can't take it.
Regathered, but not in time. That one just took a funny hop on Alex Duncalf at shortstop there, just as it came to him.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's done the old leg break and just put him off his stride there for a sec. Obviously, that can happen on the dirt diamonds.
So, first base runner on, albeit by an error. As that'll bring up to bat here. The first baseman for the Scorpions. Can't get the bunt down, Isaac Kalilio-Smith.
Chases the bunt out of the zone there. Looking to move that runner. Nice pitch.
Just fights that one off to stay alive in the at-bat. No outs here in the bottom of the second innings.
Yeah, both pitchers just doing a good job of hitting that outside edge of the plate. We see Kalilio-Smith making the adjustment as he tries to have a swing on that previous pitch.
Level count now, 2-2 here for Kalilio-Smith. Off the end of the bat, that'll go foul. Of course, a whole slew of grand finals here at Redlands today. This one pops up. Coming forward to make the catch does England. Safe as houses out there. Just off the end of the bat from Kalilio-Smith.
Yeah, England had to make a lot of ground to catch that. Kept his eyes on the ball, made it look fairly comfortable in the end. Keeps the runner at 1.
That brings up the bat the left fielder, Aidan Chamfries. Member of the U23 side for Australia. They picked up the silver medal in Colombia earlier this year. Congratulations to Aidan and the rest of the Australian team on their well-deserved silver medal. Japan getting the gold in the 23 edition this year.
Yeah, what a great tournament that was. Fantastic.
How about the crowd scares?
Yeah, I know, right? Jeez, every country would want crowds like that. Amazing.
Unreal. 10,000 or so, or whatever it was, in one grandstand, 5,000 in the other. Sell out every day. Standing room. Hard hit ball from Chamfries. This will go in the corner and will be trouble. Maybe the opening scoring of the grand final here. Turning the corner and a bang-bang play at home plate, and he will score, though. Just what the doctor ordered, but Chamfries got all over that one.
Yeah, there we go. He's just lined that ball down the left field line. A real hard shot down there for the outfielder to take. Great throw coming in, though, right here, right on the button. Just not in time, though.
Brooklyn Nakala, the left fielder, in there. And
the ball actually went past the
catcher. Yeah, you did right. So, the Scorpions are open the scoring here, 1-0 in the grand final. And Thomas McCarroll scribbles one off the shortstop. And they'll grab another run here in the grand final, the Scorpions. Off to a hot start.
Yeah, shortstop did a good job of stopping it, but didn't glove it cleanly. And that gives the runner the jump to get home.
2-0 here in the blink of an eye for the Scorpions. Going to bring up to bat starting shortstop Kyan Molander, freshly back from the ISCs. Australian representative of multiple divisions, juniors, 23s, is young Molander.
Amazing how much experience they can garner internationally, as well as obviously domestically, when they're in that representative program.
Pops up, and Kubador can't get it. It gets lost in the sun. And the Scorpions knowing when to put the foot on the pedal here in the grand final.
Yeah, making no race of this inning so far. 2-0 with the runner at 2. Yeah, you can see that. I don't envy him this one. He was having difficulty right from the word go with that. Just lost in that blue sky. Probably up against one of those puffy white clouds.
22 degrees here locally. Picture postcard day in the grand final. We've seen a couple of balls, Gaz, been a little tough for the shortstop, remembering that this is the third grand finals of the day. They've all gone back-to-back. No chance of them to regrade the skin diamond here, so maybe the odd divot to play through here in the grand final.
Yeah, it just makes the grounders a little bit interesting, doesn't it? Because, you know, defensively, when the guys are getting a bit at bat, that's kind of where you want them to hit it. But when it's a bit of a minefield like it appears to be out there, then maybe you just need to rethink that. Maybe look for pop flies.
Well, the pitcher will bat for himself here, Lincoln Walk, in the 9 spot for the Scorpions. 6th batter of this innings. Now, I'm not an official scorer, Gaz, but I'm going to call that high pop up to second base. Wasn't touched by the glove. I'm going to call that a hit.
Wow.
I mean, theoretically, if it touches his glove, it's an error.
It's an error.
But if it doesn't touch his glove at all, then you've got to call it a hit. So 3 hits this innings here for the Scorpions.
Well, he actually looked and said he didn't know where it was going. Well, the look said he didn't know where it was going.
That foul tips off.
Indeed, it did find the dirt without being touched by a fielder.
Walk steps back in. Runner in scoring position at second with a runner at first to boot. Outside edge is a beauty. That'll take care of the second outs.
No, there's that outside corner again.
Top of the shop now for Scorpions. James Purcell with his second at bat. Only in the second innings here already. Second time through the order.
2-0 might end up being a handy lead. Of course, they're not going to sit on that.
That one taken in foul territory.
Not this early in the game.
Good work by Humble at third base. Clearly taken in foul territory though. So Purcell steps back in. And down the tram line.
Yeah, well, Blue's been consistent on that pitch.
Alan Walsh, Blue, behind the dish here in the grand final.
Yeah, there he goes again.
And comes down the outside edge, but it's not before the Scorpions in the bottom of the second innings show us what they're made of here in the grand final. And we got ourselves a real ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. More action to come. Scorpions leading 2-0. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand final here. And the Scorpions have just struck for 2 runs, Gazza, in the bottom of their second innings. Lincoln Walk now with an opportunity here in the grand final, doesn't he?
He sure does. I mean, over the next couple of innings, he'll be looking to keep the runners off the bases, obviously. But he does. He has an opportunity to defend a lead, which is always more comfortable for a pitcher.
Oh, for the Sharks, they'll send up Cooper Davenport, the DP, and then Caleb Vandergren, Stephen England, 1, 2, and 3 here in the grand final of the top of the third innings. Back into the action. First pitch, Davenport's right down the tram line.
A nice pitch, that outside drop. Really does have that going.
Inside edge, that catches the fingers as well. That's not much fun when that happens, mate.
No, nothing but a solid bat behind your fingers when you're gripping the bat.
This is a stinger. Look at this. Just in on the hands. You can see that right hand. Ouch.
Plus, you're already tensed, you know. You're gripping it, you're trying to hit it.
Toughest part of this situation, Gaz, is you then got to go back and try and swing it next pitch.
It's interesting.
Well, he's taking his batting glove off too. He's like,
yeah.
That didn't work.
Yeah.
0-2 the count here.
Cool to have Stern stuff. Thought about it.
Well, look at the umpire here on this call. Here we go.
He thought about it all right.
And maybe not.
No. Might have been a fraction further outside than some of the others.
That's gold. Honestly, that is gold. So 1-2 the count here. And a drop
nice work.
Ball inside will take care of the sore hand and the strikeout for the first out.
Starting to rack him up now as Lincoln Walk. And it is going to be up to the Sharks. Going to have to do something with the bat to defuse it. Otherwise, he'll become more and more of a presence. More and more of a thorn in the side.
Caleb Vandergren, starting pitcher, leadoff batter for the Sharks. Now rotated to the second time through their order. Pulls that one foul down the line. Little check swing, excuse me, foul down the line.
Trying to get it out front there.
Taking his time on the hill. His walk.
Pitcher to pitcher.
Comes from a family of concreters. The Walks. Trying to be the cement of this defensive lineup for sure. Second time through the order here, Gaz.
Well, sometimes that can be a loosener in a ball game.
Yeah.
You've seen a few pitches, a few of your batters have seen him, but Walk just showing all the signs that he's just in dominant form at the moment. Anything can happen, though.
Just spoils that one off, does Vandergren.
Yeah, that's the one they need to get something in front of. That's the one the Blues calling on the outside of the plate. Nice job from Vandergren just to foul that one away. hopefully that shows that they're starting to make the adjustment.
Little check swing foul. Quality at bat here. Full count, 3-2.
He's just got to keep fouling that outside pitch off. Just look for something closer to the zone. Looks like he's having no trouble getting the bat on the ball.
Oh, inside edge, just next to the strike zone. Not too sure if Vandergren agreed with that, but didn't protest it. That's a great sportsmanship there from the pitcher from the Sharks.
Well, he'll look at it, and he'll be thinking, I'm going to put one there and see what happens when it's his turn.
Yeah, 100% will have that in the back of his mind.
He will. Yeah, put that one in the back pocket.
Right fielder Stephen England now. Takes one down Main Street. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, did Stephen play for PK or Miramar?
I could be remembering it right or wrong. Chopper, it's a long time ago.
Well,
I seem to remember
the two clubs are very close to each other.
I seem to remember him suiting up for PK.
Right.
It doesn't mean that he didn't play for Miramar.
Right. Very talented player, Stephen England. Been over expat now in Australia for a number of years.
Very competitive player.
I think he's like those good bottle of Pinot Noir in your wine cellar, mate. He's a fine wine and it's aged perfectly.
Yep. Not the greatest wine person myself, Chopper.
Well, I'll drink it for you, Gav. Don't worry about that.
Oh, no, I won't say no. Nice pitch.
Yeah, that one on the outside edge is perfect. Pretty indeed. As we work our way through this game. That'll do the top of the third innings. Don't go anywhere. It is the Scorpions leading 2-0 at this point. Bottom of the third coming up next. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand final here. We've got ourselves a beauty. Let's have a look at the points table here for the men's division for 2026. The Raiders finished this season with 0-14, one draw on the season. The Scorps, though, 11-1 and 2 record. Sharks, they finished top of the Pops, 15-2 on the season. Sees them straight through the grand final. Scorps had to take on the Raiders in the semi-final last week, got through that one, and that sees them right here in the grand final now with us here today. Great to have you along for it. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. Gary and Hihi joining us in commentary for this men's grand final here at the Redlands Softball Association. Leading off for the Scorps in the bottom of the third, Riley James. And James just punishes that one back up the middle.
Absolutely professional at bat by Riley James, wasn't it? That ball was right in the zone there and he just punched it straight out to centre field.
Muck around. Straight in there. Second baseman Josh Del Simone will face the first pitch that comes down the zone. Can't get that sacrifice bunt down or the bat back, the high pitch. So in the hole here, 0-2. Base pitch from Vandergrift.
He's doing a good job, Vandergrift. We've got to remember that both the runs they scored were, one was off a misfield by the shortstop, and the other one was the second base.
And drop ball will take care of that for the first out.
So that hit by Riley James, probably the cleanest hit in the whole ball game, other than the one that went down to the left field corner.
Yeah, Aiden Chamfrey's hit was pretty good as well. You're right, Gaz. That brings up the bat here. The ever-experienced Regan O'Neill now starting centre fielder for the Scorpions here this afternoon. Hard hit ball. England will field that one, but they'll go coast to coast here, will the Scorpions. And looking to stay red hot in the batter's box here, Gaz.
Yeah, they're starting to heat it up now. Anything near the zone is ending up out on the grass. Courtesy of that. Danger signals now. Definitely danger signals for the Sharks.
That'll bring up to bat here first baseman Isaac Clelio-Smith. He goes at the first pitch, and that is up the middle. And it'll be another run here for the Scorpions as they still are coast to coast.
Yeah, what a great display they're putting on with the bat now. I just mentioned it's danger signals for the Sharks. Scorpions beginning to put on a bit of a clinic with the bat.
Finding their rhythm here in the grand final, that's for sure. First pitch hitting. Snap throw by the shortstop to get the out of first base, but the Scorpions will trade that for a run here in the grand final. They now lead 4-0, Gaz.
Yeah, no, it's a full-on scorefest here at the moment. It's getting hard to keep up. 4 it is. 2 down, 2 out.
Slow tapper.
Oh.
The catcher gets it, but no chance to get him at first base.
That's a tough one. Pitcher's actually done nothing wrong there. Hammered hard into the turf.
Time called here by the Sharks. They're just a little shell-shocked here in the bottom of the third innings, Gaz. 4 hits in the innings, peppered with a strikeout in the second batter, and they plated 2 runs here already.
Yeah, it's an interesting one with 2 runners out there.
Right fielder Thomas McCarroll takes a pitch. Unlike the last couple of batters have gone at the first pitch, haven't they, Gaz?
They have. They're attacking that early pitch, and it's almost like it's been a, by design, they've decided that that's going to be a tactic. And here's another one.
Hard hit ball through the 5-6 hole. One will come in. Looking to score 2 here, Scorpion. The Jets are on. And it's a stand-up triple from Thomas McCarroll here in the bottom of the third innings. That plates another 2 runs for the Scorpions.
Well, some great batting now, and got to be very, very careful now. The Sharks, they need outs. They're going to be desperate for outs. Because if it continues in this vein, this ball game ain't going to go too much longer. In the bottom of the third innings.
I might have skipped a batter there. Apologies, Gaz.
Should be McCarroll at third, isn't it?
Yeah, that was Kyan Mollander, the last batter. So, my apologies. I did just skip one there. So, Lincoln Walk now batting. Didn't record the out at first base.
True, that's
ground ball. There's Duncalf will get the out there to record the last out of the innings. But it's not before the boys from the Scorpions get something going in the grand final. They plate 4 runs in the bottom of the third innings, and they lead the ball game 6-2. We'll be back with more action in just a moment. What a flyer in the grand final here. Scorpions plating 2 runs in the second and then 4 big boppers in the bottom of the third innings. Gives them the 6-0 scoreline here in the grand final. Top of the fourth inning, Sharks going to have to get something going here.
Yeah, no two ways about it. Top of the way the Scorpions are going. They're looking to finish this game early. So the Sharks have got to get some bodies in motion. They're going to have to get some contact with the bat and they're going to have to score some runs.
Now the Sharks will send up Hayden Doe, Julian Jamon and Byron Humble here. 1, 2 and 3 in the fourth innings. Doe leading off now.
Sounds like some pretty good batting.
Scored plenty of runs this season, have the Sharks.
$114 to be exact.
Yeah, versus 34. So they have been the measure of the mark this season, have the Sharks. They're going to have to find all of that experience, all of that form here halfway through the grand final.
Yeah, well, it belies the form for the season, doesn't it? I mean, you'd have had to say, based on the entire season, that the Sharks would have come in as the favourites. Certainly not the way the grand final's going for them.
Well, they say good teams know how to reply, Gaz, when you're down.
You do.
Lincoln Walk, an experienced campaigner on the hill. You won't want to allow that to happen. Will change pace.
Oh, that'll be the first one of those that hasn't been called. That was a nice leave. But, yeah, Lincoln Walk, I said in the previous inning, there's that probably just a little bit high in the end.
She's close, baby. She's close.
Very close. Yeah, I said he could have the could become a thorn in the side. Pitching very well.
Just watching Kyan Wallander.
Three innings of work, he's had 8 strikeouts, so not bad. There's another one. Sharks have had a couple of runners on base, so they'll regret not being able to convert that.
So we're going to miss. Can't get onto that one.
That one looks like it might have collected the camera.
Yeah, it is indeed. So they're just resetting the camera out there. We'll play you some replays while they get that back up and running for you. And we'll take it back to the beginning and we'll bring you back in live as soon as they can get it back up and running for you locally on the site. But a great start to the grand final here so far, Gaz.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, if you're a Scorpions fan, they've done all the batting so far. And, of course, we've had Lincoln Walk, who's been able to do all the defending for them to the tune of 9 strikeouts. But they came in that third innings, Chopper, and really did go at all the early pitches. And here's one of those runners on base that the Sharks left out there. That's been their opportunity so far in the ball game. Runners at 1 and 2. They haven't had much else to cheer about when it comes to offense. Vandergrint, of course, on the other hand, he's had his share of strikeouts as well. But just once the Scorpions heated up with the bats, there we go. Now this one flew all the way to the centre field fence. before finally being caught out there by Chimneys. But once the Scorpions came in that third inning, bottom of the third innings, they started attacking that zone. That ball actually came off the pitcher before it was misfielded at shortstop. And that one all the way down. All the way down to the left field corner to score the first run of the ball game.
Oh, Gaz, the feed is back. We'll flick back into the live feed now for you. And we'll just try and keep it up. So we still are in the top of the fourth innings here. And
runner at one.
Yeah, Sharks are batting. We'll try and get a score update in case they have scored any runs for you. And this looks like to me Alex Duncalf is batting. Again, I'll get the score updated for you. Apologies for the delay. That foul ball just kind of knocked the camera out. It's all back up and running now. Thank you to the crew on the ground. So Alex Duncalf working here.
So that's either Jamod or Humble out there at second base. We're not quite sure which. And it'll be either an out or a home. We'll find that out. Nice swing of the bat this time from Duncalf.
Duncalf waiting. Pitch is on the outside edge and gets that one called. So he's managed to get some good success on that outer quarter, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, well, both pitchers have worked it pretty well.
Okay, have the score is
Lincoln Walk in particular.
Yeah, score is confirmed. It is still 6-0 at this point. And there's that outside edge. Duncalf is not happy with it. And that'll do the top of the fourth innings. Got a beauty going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Sharks taking on the Scorpions. We'll be back with the bottom of the fourth in just a moment.
So that's second out. I wonder if it was a...
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand final. What a grand final we've got here today. The Scorpions charging to the lead. 2 runs in the second, 4 runs in the third. They lead 6-0 here in the bottom of the fourth innings. Top of the order, James Purcell will lead off for the Scorpions here in the innings. Will be followed by Riley James and Josh Del Simone. 1, 2, and 3 here as the Scorpions try to pad the lead here, Gaz. A big margin in the grand final.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they do get to pad the lead now by 1 or 2 runs, then the Sharks are really facing an uphill battle because that will take them to the top of the fifth. They don't want to get there if they're more than 7 runs down. So they need 3 up, 3 down out of this innings.
Caleb Vandergrint gone the whole way so far for the Sharks. Continues on the hill here in the grand final. Slow roller will go foul out of play.
Goes to show that the Scorpions are seeing the ball pretty well. He's picked up that change-up. Pretty good.
Definitely thought there might be a tactical play once the batters got a hold of the ball, change of pace. This one pops up. Foul out of play. Quality at bat here from the catcher Purcell. Full count, 3-2.
Anything near the zone's getting a piece of batter on it though, Chopper.
Have been aggressive from the get-go. Ground ball, Duncalf will take this one. Bread and butter for the first outs.
Yeah, bread and butter, that one for the shortstop. Straight to him, chest height.
We'll bring up a third baseman now, Riley James. Strikeout in the first innings and a slow roller here. That'll take care of business. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th innings.
Yeah, nice range shown by Kumaroa there. Picks that up and underhands it through to across the first.
That'll bring up to bat here Josh Del Simone, the starting second baseman. Currently sitting on the edge of the hood. 2 strikeouts on the day. He's in the hole here, 0-2. Change of pace outside the zone.
Yeah, well, this is the out the Sharks need.
Change of pace will soak it in. So it is the hood for Del Simone and a 1-2-3. Just what the doctor ordered innings here for the Sharks. Can that be the impetus for the comeback here in the grand final? Will it be enough? Well, we'll find out when we come back. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 5th coming up next. It is the Scorpions leading 6-0. Welcome back into the grand final, ladies and gentlemen. What a grand final it's been here. 6-0, the Scorpions lead. Top of the 5th innings. Gaz, just 2/3 of the way through this grand final, mate. Your impressions of the grand final for 2026 so far?
Well, it's an interesting one because, as I said before, coming into it, you'd have swore the Sharks were probably the early favourites based on the record they had throughout the season. But it's the Scorpions that have leaked out. Here in the top of the 5th innings, they lead by 6-0. Probably not the scoreline that a lot of people would have predicted, but nevertheless, they've done it with some excellent batting, particularly in their 4th innings.
They sure have indeed, and boy, oh boy, we've got a good one going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying it. Grand final for 2026, the A-men grade here at Redlands Softball Association. Sharks now will send up a number 7, 8 and 9 in the row. Jackson Gerbes, Romanda Kumaroa and Cooper Devonport. 1, 2 and 3. That one taken on the outside edge.
That just curved away nicely, just took that outside edge. Nice pitch. And slow motion showed that.
It goes perfectly. A little bit further. That's clever by the catcher Purcell. Get one called on the outside edge. You go again. Centre fielder here, Gerbes, trying to lead off for the Sharks in the top of the 5th innings.
Yeah, sure, he's quite brave to leave that last pitch alone. Wasn't far off.
That one taken up top.
Gerbes showing a good awareness of the strike zone there. Neither of those pitches missed by much. So evens up the count.
Walk leans back. This one pulled, and that'll go up the middle. And the Sharks, we obviously missed part of the innings, but I think that's the first hit of the ball game. Gerbes has broken the no-hitter.
He sure has. It's got them started just the way they wanted. They needed the 3 outs in the top half of the innings. They need to move some bodies and score some runs here in the bottom half of the innings.
So
great start by Jackson Gerbes.
Young Romana Kumaroa now, second baseman, steps in to go to work. Gerbes is a threat to run at first base, however, down by 6 in the 5th innings. Not too sure you chance your arm too early.
No, maybe not too early, but if they get the opportunity, he is going to need to move.
And there he goes on the pitch. Well, he got there yesterday.
Very quick.
We're just going to check here. We might have an out called.
He's heading towards the dugout.
Oh, someone's just been thrown out of the game as well. And let's take another look at that, Gaz. We'll slow it right down on the lead-off because this could be the only call in the situation for you. Here goes the lead-off. And, yeah, just a step early maybe.
About a step early. Oh, somebody's showing a bit of displeasure.
Yeah, you can see the first base umpire calling him out, leaving early.
Yeah. But they don't have the benefit of the slow motion at the ground or like we do.
You did right.
And the umpire, I've got to say, at first base, right on the ball.
Yeah, well, let's take another look at that for you. First base umpire, Steve Donington. And then bang, he's gone off and then the ball. So just a split bang leave early. But early enough here in the grand final, and you can see he's already calling him out there at first base, the umpire.
Yeah. That was so close to being it. I mean, Jacko all but timed that to perfection, but did show that he was about a half a step off the base. Probably a full step off the base.
It's one of those things, I said it just before that happened. I said, the threat to run, but with the scoreline it is, and at the top of the 5th innings, I don't know if you chance your arm too early for maybe something like that happen.
Yeah, well, they did. They chanced, and it didn't come off on that occasion.
So one away here, the top of the 5th innings for the Sharks. Got to compose themselves here in the grand final.
Especially after he got them going with such a good hit. Kumaroa it is, he's got to start him up again now.
Defensively early in the game, going to say the Sharks, not the Mona Lisa, if you like. As you see Kumaroa trying to get on the back of that one. Unfortunately unable to get safe down the first base, so 2 quick outs here. And it looks like Josh Davidson's going to make a change with his lineup. He had Cooper Davenport coming in a late change at DP, hitting for Brooklyn Dakawa, the left fielder. And now young Brooklyn Dakawa is going to come in and hit for himself here in the bottom of the, the top of the 5th innings.
Well, it's one of those instances now where they've got to start trying things. Sometimes the way to do it is to empty the bench.
Can't leave nothing for tomorrow now, that's for sure, because the Scorpions in the bottom of the 5th, they could walk it off with 1 run. if the Sharks don't score here in the top of the fifth.
That's right.
Caleb Vandergren just wandering past the camera. He'll be the next batter here for the Sharks. By the outside.
Unflappable out there, Lincoln Walk.
Pitched his own game today, hasn't he?
Yep. Yeah, him and the catcher, Purcell, done a great job together.
Brooklyn Dugout, quite the hitter himself, Gaz.
Yes, I've seen this young fella play. This is a bit of power in that bat.
First winter season for him over there as well as young Dugout. Kicks on that one, down low.
Nice leave right there.
Hitters count though for Dugout, 3-1. That one will clip the outside edge, so that loads the count now, 3-2.
Not too many instances of walk being taken into a deep count.
Off the end of the bat from the Dugout, they'll go foul down the left field line.
Doing a good job coming in as a pinch hitter.
114 runs scored by the Sharks throughout the season here at Redlands. Scoreless in the grand final thus far. Oh, right down kitchen sink there. What a Lincoln Walk was. If you want it, here it comes.
Yeah, that's right. Pull the trigger on it because it's coming through Main Street.
Wolfer.
Brooklyn Takawa, though, he recognised it. The eyes got big and wide for a second. Yeah, well, you look at that stat, 114 runs forward, only 34 against in 19 games. So they're giving up less than 2 runs per game. Nice job by Takawa.
Patient at bat down to first base he goes. That'll bring up the bat third time through the order here. Caleb Vandergren. Walk and a KC back in the third innings.
You got to think if they're going to go further a long way in this ball game, then they're going to start scoring runs now. 2-out rally is what they're after.
One or two runs will do it here to create the momentum in the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's all about the momentum. We saw the Scorpions with it, especially as they came out of that fourth innings.
Vandergren on the back of one, ranging over the left field champ feast, and it comes off the glove, and the Sharks will score here in the top of the fifth innings.
Nice scamper by Takawa as he takes full advantage of that fine hit by DeGrint. All the way out to the centre field fence.
It looked like Aiden Chamfries had done enough to get underneath the ball, the left fielder. Then just losing it at the last moment. They'll bring up the veteran now, Stephen England here for the Sharks with a runner in scoring position. Scoreline now 6-1.
First time we've seen Lincoln Walker under a bit of pressure out there.
Yeah, you look back at that setting of that steal on the second pitch. Young Jackson Gerbes was aboard on there. There'd be 2 runs for the Sharks. Bit of patience required, but that's in the past now. Got to work forward. 5-run margin in the grand final.
So the beginnings of a comeback right here by the Sharks.
That one up top.
Just a little bit wayward for the first time in the ball game.
Fifth batter of the innings, 3-0 the count on England. Hayden Dobe on deck if required. Just a little bit of freeze frame to keep your anticipation waiting here. Stephen England, fantastic job.
Well, he's safe at one, so nice job by Stephen England.
Ball up top, so he does get the walk, does England. And now, Scorpions recognise the threat here from the Sharks in the top of the 15th and call a timeout.
Well, one swing of the bat now, Chopper, and all of a sudden she's a 2-run ball game and there's back to nothing in it.
Hayden Dobe, the catcher now, Australian representative.
And they're right in the meat of their batting as well.
First pitch is fouled straight back. Top of the 15th, found some legs.
Might have been looking for a free strike there. Dobe would have wanted to get that one.
Taken up top. No swing, says the first base umpire. Steve Donington out there. Darren Clark down at 3. And Alan Walsh officiating behind the dish. Swing and a miss. Can't catch up with that drop ball.
That's the control. That's the control that Lincoln Walk had going into this innings. Just lost it a little bit.
Back, and that'll allow the base runners to shovel up. So now 2 base runners in scoring position here for the Sharks, albeit with 2 outs in the top of the 5th innings.
Well, she's turning into a hint of a decent rally. Swing of the bat now will really see them into the rally.
Well, there's a little bit of heightened premise here in the grand final. We saw that with the call at first base with Gerbes getting called out, and the dugout from the Sharks got up straight away, and now they're up again in this situation, and heads up play by the catcher James Purcell, just trying to nullify that pressure, if you like, coming from the dugout.
Slow things down. They want to play the game at their pace. They don't want the Sharks to get their tails up in any way. And that is threatening to happen. This inning could go either way. 1 run, if the Scorpions secure the out, is probably a reasonable return from this innings.
Just fouls that one off. Hayden Dobe here, starting catcher. Gillian Jamont waiting on deck if required. 2 outs here, top of the 5th innings. 1 run scored by the Sharks in the innings already. Oh, and an overthrown.
Great job.
Pitch at the top of the zone. So with 2 outs, Dobe will come off the catcher. And they'll send out a runner for him, which should be England. No, England's out there. So it'll go all the way back to Brooklyn Dakawa, I think, will come out to run.
There he goes.
That looks like Jackson Gerbes. Either way, they'll take that as an upgrade. So
41, it is Jackson.
Back out there. So loaded bases situation here in the grand final. This could be the moment. Now, it was Gillian Jamont that was due up here. It's a pinch hitter into the ball game for the Sharks as he takes the first pitch for a strike. Lucas Jenkins injected into the ball game here with loaded bases in the grand final.
Comes in for Jamont. That's a big call.
Well, remember I said that the Sharks dugout got up when Gerbes got thrown out leaving early?
Yep.
I think Jamont might have got thrown out of the ball game.
Got thrown out of the ball game.
That may be the reason we're not seeing Jamont.
Forced on them.
Yeah. Fantastic teammate as Julian. Stands up for his mates all the time. So, loaded bases here for Sharks.
And, of course, coming into pinch hit in this sort of situation, it's an unenviable position. A lot of pressure on the young batter here.
Foul back. I think that's why Dobe didn't get too many strikes, knowing that it was the replacement Jenkins going to come up next. It'll be Byron Humble that's waiting on deck if required. I can tell you now, they don't want to get to Alex Duncalf after him because then the wheels are really falling off here.
Well, it'll mean that runners have scored if that happens.
Prize ball perfectly taken by Jenkins. What's a grand final without someone getting thrown out of the ball game?
Passion for the game, you see. Oh, they got the job done.
Comes through the inside edge of the zone, and that'll get her done. All right. Boy, oh boy, we've got ourselves a beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere here, because the grand final's got a bit of everything here today. The Sharks have replied. They picked up one run in the top of the fifth innings. We'll be back with more action in just a moment. 1/5 coming up next. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand final here. A beauty going on between Scorpions and Sharks here. Bottom of the fifth innings, as the Sharks have just played in their first run in the top of the fifth innings to try and resemble something of a scoreline in the grand final here. Great to have you along, friend. I'm Jason Gerbes, a.k.a. Chopper, and Gary O'Hihi joining us in commentary for this one. A bit of feeling in this grand final now, Gazza.
Yeah, there is now after the antics that went on at Jackson Gerbes left early. But run scored, and there's a hard hit off the bat. How deep is it?
It is deep enough, and it's a home run here from Regan O'Neill, turning the clock back in the grand final. 7 runs to 1 now.
Wow, what a swing of the bat, just like that, back on the terms they were before. 1 run away from ending the ball game, just as we thought prior to the Sharks scoring their run. Well, they've erased that with 1 swing of the bat off 1 pitch.
Regan O'Neill, experienced campaigner, and the ability to put the ball out of the yard, and he did just that in the grand final here. So now the Scorpions are 1 swing away from walking this off in the bottom of the fifth innings, guys.
Yeah, well, they definitely would have been counting on it, but we saw a hint of a comeback from the Sharks. I said in that Sharks inning that they'll be disappointed to walk off with only 1 run scored. They had loaded bases, so they had more opportunity. Just couldn't quite get the ball done. And Julian Jamot, of course, was ejected from the ball game just as he was about to come up and bat. How much of an influence that him not being there might have been on that innings, we'll never know.
First baseman Isaac Lelio-Smith now with an opportunity here for the Scorpions. That one down low. 3-1 the count here for Lelio-Smith. Can't quite get that one in the zone. So down to first base, Lelio-Smith will go. That'll bring up to bat Aidan Chamfries, 2 from 2 on the day, with an RBI in his record as well.
Yeah, he'd want to go 3 for 3.
I think we've got a pinch runner for Lelio-Smith down at first base.
Somebody with some wheels will have come in.
Yeah, it's either Nate Murray, Callum Pike, or Cooper Nishiki. One of those three, guess.
Nice pitch.
Chamfries has looked dangerous in the batter's box today, hasn't he?
Sure has. 2 hits will speak to that, but he also got them going with one of those hits.
Mixed bag in the field, defensively for Chamfries, but offensively on point. Chance now to walk it off for his fellow men from the Scorpions. That one outside. So the river was open, now it's closed, guys.
There are some real feeling out there.
There is indeed. 2-1 the count now. Drop ball fouled off.
Tried to turn early too, looking for that left field side.
Just wait for that ball to come back into play. Grand final here, 2026 Redlands Softball Association Men's Division. Pitch outside, 2-2 deal.
Very dangerous in the terms of this game, this grand final, if they let Champneys on base.
This one bobbles, and they're trying to get the lead runner, and the ball's away. This could be the ball game. England with the throw to home plate, and the Scorpions have walked it off. They are your 2026 Grand Final champions here at the Redlands Softball Association. 8 runs to 1 here in the Grand Final.
Well, there you go. You just take advantage of everything you can in a Grand Final, and it was just a little bit of an error there at second base. A little bit of an error there at second base that's caused that run to come in. And England just picked that up and threw that into second base.
Oh, it was indeed, but what a grand final it has. And got to say, Gaz, the Scorpions, boy oh boy, they put their best foot forward here in the grand final, didn't they?
Yeah, in the end, they were the class of the grand final. Finishing the game early, you'd have to say that they made every post a winner, especially in that 4th innings, and then, of course, with that home run. In the end, too good for the Sharks.
Too good indeed. I'm going to come back to you, Gaz, for the MVP of the grand final. But the game got underway. In the first innings, there was no score in it, tight match. And then in the bottom of the second innings, the Scorpions played 2 runs, RBIs to Chamfries and McCarroll in that innings. But the major difference in this ball game was the bottom of the 3rd innings, and the Scorpions had about 5 hits, drove in, 4 runs in that innings to grab the lead in it. Before the Sharks replied with 1 in the top of the 5th innings. And now the Scorpions walk it off on the back of a Regan O'Neill home run in the bottom of the 5th innings and an errant throw to second base will allow the Scorpions to run out victorious 8 runs to 1. Gaz, MVP for you?
Well, I'm not sure if, you could easily have looked at the home run, but the game probably, had it gone to 7, would have gone the Scorpions' way, and a lot of that had to do with the pitching of Lincoln Walk. I make it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strikeouts. So I'm going to go with Lincoln Walk.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The grand final MVP for 2026 is the pitcher from the Scorpions, Lincoln Walk, with a complete game. 1 run given up on the day and only a couple of hits in the bottom of the innings. Just 2 on the day. A fine performance from the pitcher from the Scorpions. Well, they are your 2026 grand final champions here for 2026, and the A men's division really is good. But don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because coming up next will be the women's grand final. That one's scheduled for 2:30 p.m. Scorpions Blue taking on Scorpions Gold. After our other grand finals today, congratulations to the Raiders and the under-14s with a victory there. The Sharks in the under-16s, and now the Scorpions in the A men's grand final. Congratulations to them. I've been Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. We'll be back with the women's grand final in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll leave you with the all-game highlights from this one for you, and we'll be back. 2:30 kickoff, women's grand final. Kia ora koutou katoa. I hope you enjoyed it. Congratulations again to the Scorpions, 8 runs to 1. Leading off here for Sharks. And low lifter just missing the top of the zone.
Well, you think they'd be looking for exactly what he's just done to Stephen England around. Certainly don't want to sit back on the pitcher. There you go.
Off and running on the pitch, and he's safe as the ball comes. Swing this on the outside edge. Can't catch up with that one, so... There he is, through the kitchen sink. Good morning, good afternoon. We'll take care of business. And foul chips that one into the glove of Doe.
To the back?
Yeah, apparently. That one on the outside edge. I think the printer run out of ink. As this one pops up, second baseman will camp underneath.
2 early strikes for Lincoln Walk.
Hard hit ball going. Camped at the fence, the left fielder, Aidan Chamfries, and he will make...
What a great series that was, too.
And then just goes down on the outside edge. Oh, right on the outside edge. And down he goes.
First innings. You're looking to continue that dominance. There's a nice hit out to shortstop. Can't take it.
Regathered, but not in time. This one pops up. Coming forward to make the catch does England. Hard hit ball from Chantries. This will go in the corner and will be trouble. Maybe the opening scoring of the grand final here. Turning the corner and a bang play at home plate, and he will score though. Thomas McCarroll scribbles one off the shortstop, and they'll grab another run.
When they're in that representative program.
Pops up, and Kubador can't get it. It gets lost in the sun. Outside edge is a beauty.
Of course, they're not going to sit on that.
That one taken in foul territory.
Yeah, there he goes again.
Inside edge, all that catch.
Builder of stern stuff.
Yeah,
nice work.
Ball inside will take care of the sore hand. Oh, inside edge, just next to strike zone.
Oh no, I won't say no. Nice pitch.
Yeah. And James just punishes that one back up the middle.
As
drop ball will take care of that. Hard hit ball. England will field that one, but they'll go coast to coast here. Will Smith. He goes in the first pitch, and that is up the middle. And it'll be another run here for the Scorpions as they still are coast to coast. First pitch hitting. Snap throw by the shortstop to get the out of first base, but slow tapper.
Oh,
The catch against him, but no chance to get him at first base.
that's going to be a tactic. There's another one.
Hard hit ball through the 5-6 hole. One will come in. Looking to score two here, Scorpion. The Jets are on. And it's a stand-up triple from Thomas McCarroll here in the bottom of the third innings. That will change pace.
Oh, that'll be the first one of those.
There's that outside edge. Duncalf is not happy with ground ball. Duncalf will take this one. Bread and butter. Now Riley James strike out in the first innings and a slow roller here. That'll take change of pace and slow it in. So it is the hood for now. That one taken on there. This one pulled and that'll go up the middle. And the Sharks, we obviously missed.
He is going to need to move.
And there he goes on the pitch. Well, he got there yesterday. Oh, boy.
Nice job by Takawa.
Patient. Vandergren on the back of one. Ranging over the left field champions. And it comes off the glove. And the Sharks will score here in the top. Oh, and an overthrown.
Great job.
Pitch at the top of the zone.
Oh,
and
that got the job
comes
done.
through the inside edge of the zone.
It's early, but run scored, and there's a hard hit off the bat. How deep is it?
It is deep enough, and it's a home run here from Regan O'Neill, turning the clock back in the grand final. 7 runs to 1 now. Bobbles, and they're trying to get the lead run and the ball's away. This could be the ball game. England with the throw to home plate, and the Scorpions have walked it off. They are your 2026 grand final champions here at the Redlands Softball Association. 8 runs to 1.